Imagine, every time you die, you are reincarnated in a different world, that too with all the memories of your previous life, and this is what happened with our Manhwa's protege, who this time is reincarnated as the prince of a medieval world, but because his mother was a maid and father a king, he neither gets any attention nor succession rights, and guess what, he has no problem with it. Instead he thinks that this is a perfect place where he can spend his life comfortably, no royal drama, no responsibilities, just a chill life. But we all know that this life of his is not going to pass as easily as it seems to him. Let's see how our protege changes this world by using the memories of his previous life. So let's start this story without any delay. In the beginning of the story, our protege is fighting. He was enjoying the fight and he was making fun of his enemy because he was very slow. But his carelessness ruined him. It was always his problem that he just wanted to play with his enemy because he was bored. After a strong blow, his armorer got hurt, and it was very frustrating because his armorer was a strong one. In anger, he immediately jumped towards the serpent and jokingly told him that he can't even bite him. Anger was also a big problem for him. He used to get angry very quickly. That's why at that time he continued to punch the serpent. He caught his sword and said that he likes sword fighting the most. He started to attack the serpent but also said that he likes sword fighting with magic more. Meanwhile, he felt something in his leg and he suddenly started falling. While falling, he thought, how is this possible? It seemed as if he is fainting. He wanted to say something, but before he could say anything, it became dark all around. As soon as he opened his eyes, he saw a woman standing in front of him. He asked where did she come from. He was seeing that she was a very beautiful woman and started thinking whether she was his admin. She was very beautiful. He was tired because of his previous fight. The woman came towards him and kissed him on his forehead. He liked it because the woman smelled like flowers. When he looked at her more closely, he found that her beauty was unbelievable. He couldn't stop himself and came closer. He wanted to kiss her, but then he realized that he was a baby. Then he started crying. His mother thought that he was crying for food, but actually he was crying because he was reincarnated. Unlike others, he gets reborn after every death, and this cycle continues till infinity. But still, why be sad? Why be worried? This was his 10th birth. His past lives started flashing in front of Ariel's eyes. His student life, his knight's life, and even as a samurai. Then he tells that his first life was in Korea. His first life consisted of endless interviews and job searches. A boring life that no one would dream of, and its end was equally bad. A car accident was the first time when he was reborn. He found himself in the body of a baby of an unknown family. Everything was strange from that moment on. He started reborn repeatedly, that too in different worlds, and Kara. Ariel could boast of this because he had lived every kind of life and lived it in every way. That is why he was accustomed to this situation. The rebirth that people dream of had become a common thing for him. However, while drinking milk, he wondered where he had been reborn this time. After all, looking around, it seemed that he was somewhere in the Middle Ages. It was certain that he was not back on Earth, and neither was this rebirth logical in any way. This meant that he was just reborn in some other world. But he had no complaints because he liked these other worlds. Often these worlds were more comfortable. This time he was lucky too because it seemed that he was born in a rich family. There were many companies around him. This meant that he was from a noble family and his mother loved him a lot. Ariel did not understand their language initially, but after some time he got used to that language. It was a new world and a new language, so it was natural to be confused in the beginning, but the soft hands and look of his mother made everything clear. His mother really loved him a lot. A person who has found himself in different hands with reincarnations 100 times can understand very well which mother gave birth just to fulfill her responsibility and which one did not. Even though this is a bitter truth, many times he was abandoned after birth or was expected to pay something in return, but this time he was feeling good. He heard that a maid was calling his mother. The maid told his mother that she looked very tired, so she offered to take care of the young prince. At that very moment Ariel realized that he was a prince. His mother looked at the maid and asked if people would recognize this child as a prince. The maid said that maybe they will. Then his mother asked the maid to tell the truth. Since both of them were alone in the room, she asked if she also thought badly about her son. Lavanna, which was his mother's name, said that some time ago she was also a servant. Ariel immediately felt relieved. Lavanna said that her son has the blood of a king, but she also has the blood of a commoner. She thought that maybe in the future Ariel would blame her for this. The maid immediately disagreed and said that this would never happen. Lavanna said that despite being a prince, his future will not be easy even with imperial blood. She said that if her son was not a prince, her life would have been easier. Lavanna looked at Ariel and apologized to her. She knew what the other noble families think about her and her son. That is why she made Ariel inherit the throne so that tears could be seen on her mother's face. Her mother immediately composed herself because she felt that her son is probably understanding something and is trying to comfort her. The maid smiled agreeing to this. Ariel tried to show that she is a great friend. Mother need not be sad because she is fine. Ariel did not care whether he will be the follower of throne inheritance or not. The prince's life was already lucky for him. In the future he could ignore any noble who would try to trouble him. Even the imperial family would not be able to control him,